of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. And sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The light of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. Here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. All the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Am I audible? Okay, I am audible. Boo. Okay, I am audible. Okay. So, on my last stream, I finished. Wait, no. I started the stream again, so I should probably start introducing myself. Hello. Good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, depending on where you're from. I'm Miss Taki Mushroom, and I'm playing Cinderella Phenomenon today. And the previous stream, I was actually playing Genshin, but before that, the last time I played this game, I just finished Rod's Road. And it took me some time to get his actual good route, because I kept getting his bad route no matter what. So I think this time I should probably be like, if I fail the first time on Karma's route, because I think that's, hold on, let me just look the continue screen. There should be something over here. I feel like the order I want to play is Karma, Rumpel, and then Fritz, and then Waltz. I think then, wait, why is everything empty? Oh dear. What happened to all my saves? I didn't delete them, did I? Or did they just get deleted the moment I got Karma? Okay, I got Rod. I think I'll go the time I got alright, so I'll start again for Karma's route. Let's start here. No, I think I have a good idea as to how this goes. And I feel like since I've already played all of this, so I don't want to play this again. Okay, I will sign here. Thank you. It is enter, right? Prologue 1, the princess. So I feel like I was the most interested in Rod's route to start with, because I wanted to learn about her family dynamics. Because I feel like that was the first thing you're introduced with. Which way do I go now? Should I go left or right? I forgot which one Karma goes to. I should probably save this one. My first choice, right? I want to get the red crystal, and if I don't get it, I'll have to change it. I'll go left this time. If I stop now, they'll definitely catch me. My coins might not be the worst thing they do. Dead end. What do I do? I think I've already been this way before. Okay, this is the correct route. Oh, me? Is the passing gentleman concerned about? Okay, I will fast forward here. I have already played this. And we got the red crystal. I have no questions because I've already asked all of these. I'll fast forward here as well. I'll basically fast forward until. Wait, what? Damn. Now I think about it, I feel like the game itself wanted me to start with Rod. Where did he even come from? Right. want to put dot dot dot. And this one is Rumpel. Wait, that was the correct choice for him. Alright. Should I throw the tray at him? Well, I do hope I get the gem thing. I did, okay. So, yeah, these are the unlocked ones. Already played Rod, and I don't think I want to play Rumpel right now, so I will play Karma. I find Karma quietly sitting at the bar. I thought he was the picture of elegance when I saw him at the toy shop, but he's really just conceited. I walk over to where he is. Oh, Princess Lucette, you look stunning as always in your work clothing. He must be mocking me, but it does not matter. I'm here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Oh, right. Now that she says that, the whole plot of this, like the premise of this, is that she is the crown princess of a kingdom. I forgot the name of the kingdom. Was it maybe I can find it here. Angiel, yeah, the kingdom's name is Angiel. And her father was basically married to her mom, and then she was born, but then her mom died, and then he got married to another woman, and now she has 2 step siblings. Rod is actually her stepbrother, which was why I don't like that route as much, because I'm not really interested in sibling romance, but I was very interested in her family dynamics. So I think Emmeline is probably best girl here, but anyways, so the whole point is that she was cursed, and this is hard. So she was basically cursed because she was really cold and stuff. She was cursed by a witch, the Delora, if you've seen her before, who cursed her with good intentions so that she would learn to be good and then break her own curse before she became like crowned, like before she became an adult, basically. Because the moment she turns 18, she's going to have to be even more responsible than she already is. She's going to have to be, well, she's currently the crown princess, but I feel like she's gonna have more responsibilities. Now, if you played Rod's, like if you watched me or if you watched anyone play Rod's route, or if you personally have, oh shoot, I completely forgot to set up my chat, so even if you guys are talking to me, I can't see it yet. Oh my god. Honestly, I had to reinstall my chat thing. Like my, what's it called? Transparent chat overlay, because it stopped working. So I'll set that up all over again. I had to start later maybe. Anyways. Where was I? What was I saying? I think it was along the lines of, yeah, because she's if you have played Rod's route, or if you're familiar with the route, you'll find out that you'll know exactly what kind of responsibility she'll be facing once she's 18. But if you're completely new to this, then I think it's best I don't spoil you. Maybe you will not find out here, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it counts as spoilers since I've already streamed this bit, but I'm not sure if everyone here has played it. So if you haven't played it or if you're not familiar with it, just in case, I'm not gonna say it, but she has some kind of responsibility as soon as she's 18. I think it's a special kind of responsibility, but like she got cursed so that she's going to be able to do that better if she succeeds, that is. Anyways, so the whole point is that she got cursed and now she has to get 3 good deeds for to break that curse. And her curse is basically that everybody who isn't cursed will forget who she was. So unless you are cursed, unless you're involved with the curse or involved with the nature of curses in a way, you're gonna forget who she is. So her family, like almost everyone actually forgot who she is unless they were cursed. Like, I think all the male leads here are cursed. And the curses are like it's a fairy tale curse. They're all based on fairy tale stories. So she has a Cinderella curse. I think he has the Beauty and the Beast curse. It wasn't really mentioned so far, but that's just what I'm guessing. Also considering that he's cross-dressing and stuff, you know. I think we should continue the game now. I'm here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Not even a compliment in return? I'm rather offended. Relax, princess, I'm just teasing you. I noticed. Now can you answer my question? Princess, you do so wound me. This is going nowhere. Maybe I should just ask someone else. Princess, wait, you made the right decision in coming to me for help, I assure you. The best people, princess, look beautiful, and the way you look outside has to match what you have inside. How is that supposed to help me? Are you implying that I am not beautiful? Of course not. I only suggest that you should smile more often. Smiling will not help me accomplish a good deed, and smiling has nothing to do with beauty. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's not true at all. People who are beautiful smile all the time. Like myself. Yeah, he's a little conceited. Anyways, he's not helping at all. Don't give me that look, darling. A real smile lifts the heart and takes stress off the mind. And? Well, in order to do good, you must first change yourself, make yourself more beautiful on the outside and the inside. I really don't know why I came to him for advice. And what did I expect from such a flamboyant man? He's as shallow as a puddle of water. I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Oh, right. She's kind of bonded to this broom over here. Oh no. And she's kind of forcing the set to clean because she has to work if she's at this Martian. Stop! I never thought. Oh wait, I fast forward here. Have a nice day. Who should I ask for help today? Probably Karma. I find Karma sitting at one of the tables, looking out a window. You're being quiet today. What a rare sight. Oh, princess! Why would you be so surprised to see me? Because it is an honor every time you visit me. Have you come for my advice? I want you to tell me how to do a good deed. My is so straightforward. What is he talking about? It's really simple. You just do something without strings attached. No strings attached? Yes, you do something for someone without asking them to pay you back. It is hard to wrap my head around doing such a thing. Why would I do something without needing to? Have you done such a thing for someone before? Of course I have, princess. That was a long pause. It was only a thoughtful one. Right. Is that all? I believe so. That tidbit of wisdom ought to serve you well. Bro just escaped. And we're back here, so I'm just gonna fast forward. Yay. I think the next choice is me having to pick. I already played this guy's route. I'm not interested in his route at the moment. And this is Karma. These two are locked. Chapter 3, Secret Practices. Oh dear. Wait, this is gonna get juicy. I think. I decide to go search for Karma as soon as I'm done with Mr. Broom. Mr.? Wait, the broom had a gender? Oh my god. Or as soon as it is done with me. He should be sitting at the bar or at that table. I find him at the usual table, talking to Waltz, who has his hands on a box. Why, if it isn't the princess, lovely morning, isn't it? It is the same as any other. Nonsense! Every morning brings new opportunity, right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, princess. Right. No clever comments today, princess. I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to Karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Waltz and I better be off. We do have work to do. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfait asked us to pick up some provisions for the travel. She asked us, but at the end it will be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything? You're a man. Karma suddenly stops, then whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh! I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like me to help, Princess Lucette? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. Helping Karma carry things does not sound pleasant, but I'll go. Truly? Oh my, Waltz, it seems I will not be requiring your assistance today. Princess, are you sure? Perhaps this might be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here. I'm sure. Okay, take good care of the Princess, Karma. Of course. For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off a long list and giving me coins to buy things. I noticed that the townspeople treat me nicely when the two of us are together. Oh my, did I accidentally do that? I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much, but maybe it's because they don't really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit at a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is really the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a woman? Darling, not so loud. Why is it even a secret? It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? What was your curse again? Karma was one of the only people at the tavern who didn't share what his curse was. Is knowing my curse even so important? You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You dragged me around town to help you carry things. But Princess, those weren't even my things. They weren't mine either. Okay, I will tell you, even though it is very sad. I do not think a curse is meant to be a happy thing. I have the beauty's curse. It is what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Is that really a curse? That does not seem awful at all. Terrible, isn't it? Okay, I had to be careful here. It's not that terrible. I had to be honest with this guy. At least with Lucette, because we don't know so much. But I feel like the curse is him not being able to be his authentic self. But Lucette doesn't know that. And I noticed that I think it's better for me to stay true to Lucette's character. Because otherwise, what's the point? I do not think it's that terrible. You can work around it. You have your disguise. Yes, I suppose I do, don't I? People loving you isn't such a bad thing, is it? Everyone loves Miss Karma. Meanwhile, I cannot even get my father to look at my direction. Why do I keep doing this? Hold on. I prefer a person to love me as I am, not because they are compelled to because of a curse. I feel his eyes on me. I refuse to look at him, thinking that his gaze must be filled with judgment. Princess, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? You look a little lost in thought. I'm fine. Still, it does feel like I am missing something. Is that really the entirety of this curse? But don't most people fall in love with you when you're a woman as well? No, Princess. That love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. And when you're a man, they swarm to me like moths to light. It becomes suffocating. Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It is a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Which fairy tale? The one with... Oh! Oh, right. What's her name? Lucette. Lucette actually has never read a fairy tale before. She's read one, and I think that was supposed to be the Little Mermaid, but she has no idea how the story actually goes. Or I don't know if it was actually the Little Mermaid. It might have been Cinderella. But she has no idea how the fairy tales actually go. So she does not know. She doesn't know what the Beauty and the Beast is actually going to be like. She doesn't know My Little Mermaid. Sorry, My Little Mermaid? What? The Little Mermaid. She doesn't know any of them. She read one, but her mom immediately forbade it. Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man wearing red apple-like candies, selling red apple-like candies. He pulls me over, insisting that we try one. I try to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. Is Karma hiding something from me? Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Does he not want to break his curse? I don't think that's the case. Oh, thank you so much, Lucette. We were in dire need of these supplies. I supervised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half of my questions. Karma lets out an exasperated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to go to bed. Today has been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darling. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. I don't think that was the correct choice. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Parfait. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Hold on, let me just go to menu and save it there. And then I will load this and choose the other option. It's terrible. What? Most people don't agree with me. It does not make sense for a witch to cast a good curse on you. I guess it does, doesn't it? Sorry. I guess it doesn't, does it? Thank you, Princess Lucette. Why is he thanking me? Still, oh, this was the correct option. Okay, I'm staying with this one then. Still, it does feel like I am missing something. Is this really the entirety of the curse? Okay, we already went through this. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Alright, because I did that, I will save this here. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Lucette. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did Karma just use me then? I am tired. I'm going to bed. Tonight I will rethink my partnership. Maybe we should stick with him. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I barely sleep that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How would I have not gotten a good deed yesterday, girl? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table once again, staring out the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice no one is sitting with him today. Karma? He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma! Oh, Princess, good morning. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold. Oh my god, I should probably do that back then. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. I don't think I got that right. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. I was too busy thinking about yesterday. You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I pointed at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Girl, I do not know how to tell her this. She will not know. Okay, fine, she'll learn later. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces added to your glass slip. Oh, that's charming. I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea. Oh, poor guy. Princess, did he just say that you were paired up with me? I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with anyone. That's right, I never told him directly I wanted a partner up. Should I have? Well, it does not matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me, girl. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities though. Opportunities? We can start first by throwing the ice around your heart. So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not. Well, ouch. Yeah, he looks annoyed. And I do not promise things I do not deliver either. He never promised you anything. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. It actually kind of is. Patience is a virtue. Now, if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't sleep well? Oh dear, that makes all three of us. Is that Elora? Oh, that's Rumple. Okay. I turn around and see Rumple up here at the front door. He strides towards the table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Karma lets out a sigh. Foul man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you, is that it? If no, you flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumple's face tells me that this is not true at all. Are they always going to be at each other's throats now? What are you doing here, Rumple? I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. I thought I might offer my assistance since I know that I can make you far happier than this fool over here. Bro. Would you like me to hit you again? What is the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Rumple turns to me, grabs my hand and winks at me. Okay, no, I don't want to be saying this. What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all, I swear, I could have your heart aflutter. Yeah, honestly. Before I could slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. Honestly valid. Why would you do this, bro? I cannot help the surprise on my face. Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You are the most brutish man here. Bro. A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Rumple stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. They were all sitting? I thought only Karma was sitting. And he stood up. I can almost see electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. I see Julian walking towards us with a stern look on her face. I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I do not resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. Honestly, I feel like Rumple was really rude here. I lean forward to slap Rumple from his blind spot. Both of the men turn to stare at me. I look at the red spot I left on Rumple's cheek and wince. I do not think I've ever slapped a person for anyone else before. My chest feels slightly heavy. Princess? You're being ridiculous. I told you so many times that I do not appreciate your flirting, and Karma doesn't either. Such a persistent man needs to be slapped a few times. Rumple puts a hand to his cheek and stares at me distraught. You deserve that. Alright, what is happening over here? Julian comes to stand in front of us. Her expression stern. Nothing, I was just showing myself out. Excuse me. Rumple leaves and I am alone with Karma. He slumps back down into his chair. After making sure that he won't do anything rash again, Julian leaves us. I leave Karma sitting there by himself at the front where Anise has more chores waiting for me. Okay, I don't think this was the correct choice, so I'm just gonna save this. Go to load. Let me say stand up for Rumple. No matter how annoying Rumple is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Karma does not usually lash out like this. I have to move I moved to stand in front of Rumple. Princess, this is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but that is no excuse to hurt Rumple. Dude, this feels so wrong. Princess, please move. You are acting like a petulant child. Fine, you're right. I wasn't expecting to easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumple. I was only standing up for you, Rumple, because Karma is annoying me. I looked down at my eclipses, but there is no extra piece. So that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what's happening over here? Julian comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Oh, nothing, my sweet. I'm just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Lucette. Rumple leaves and I am alone with Karma. He slumps back down to his chair. Make sure he won't do anything rash. Again, Julian leaves us. That was the correct choice. I'm sorry, Princess. It appears I really was being a child. Rumple is harmless and there was no reason for me to act as uncivilized as I did. What would father think? Father? Oh, it is nothing, but please, if you would. Can you please give me some time alone? Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and return to the front of the tavern where Anise has more shows waiting for me. Today I had to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Broom. The usual people are at the tavern and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar and Anise serves him a drink. He looks sullen and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice he's staring at Julian, who's talking sternly to two drunken men continuously clacking their bottles together at a table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. But the same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hun. Garland looks so agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again. Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but you got no such title now. Garland stands up and I could see a silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland? Are you okay? He looks back at us, almost as if he's coming out of a trance. I'm fine. I'm sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing once more at Julian as she continues speaking to the men. They glance at Garland rarely, their expressions more somber. Why was he acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all the thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by and my body protests to all the leaning I have to do. Even though I had to carry a lot around the town yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I am better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything very quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? No, Princess. I only meant to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from Anise, who stares at me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. I don't think she intended it to be that way, but then again, Lucette did grow up in the palace, and you don't really know. She was probably trained to believe that kind of thing was backhanded, like maybe conditioned rather than trained, but you know what I mean. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I am sitting here, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from Anise that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess? So you're mocking me now too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You're implying that I'm not normally good at this. We never said you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show was even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory? Not at all. The children always smile regardless of whether they really like the show. As long as you're doing your best, that's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smile, they would smile back. That is probably not. Okay, anyways. I'm not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake, girl. Any smile that is owed is fake, in my opinion. Princess, I'm leaving Walls. I want some time for myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Walt's face. I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear the sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It's eerily quiet at night. Did I save anything? I stop and I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Okay, I think this is what I should save. Yeah. Override. That's safe. I'm going to go outside. Well, I did say I needed some fresh air and no point in backing out now. I walk to the front door. Princess? I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Princess, what are you doing? Getting some fresh air? It's dangerous out at night, you know. You can't just keep me inside like some caged bird. I didn't say you had to stay inside, I said it was dangerous. You might need to get your ears checked. Then there won't be any problem with me going out right now. Princess, you only hear what you want to hear. You can't go outside without an escort. I am not going to go far. Before Delora can stop me, I walk out the front door and head in the direction of the sounds. You must be the most disobedient princess I've ever met. And you must be the most annoying witch. Delora lets out an undignified snort as she catches up to me. Fine then, we'll go on this little night stroll together. Ooh, this is pretty. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. How do I hide this? I can't, okay. Those sounds, it sounds like metal against metal. But I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come to a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night? Neither he nor Garland notices at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma's a very talented swordsman, and he practices at night with either Julian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well. The king told me that only knights could have such a skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I usually hear from him. Karma, you actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with the distraction? With the distraction? Princess? Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance, and then pins him to the ground with his sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them on the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that's happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens, sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I am not sure why. What are you practicing for? To protect Princess. To protect Princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. Protect. I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches away from my face. My commander called that one the enemy's kiss. A standoff where eyes lock onto the opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense, but the enemy's kiss, what a name. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? Swordplay is dramatic though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you were there. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust and quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing though, which is why some people think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we have to protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma. But Karma, you're not a knight. No, I am most definitely not, but since Garland and Julian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There's no way Garland and Julian would do that. After all, the both of them were the best knights in Angiel before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Julian and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So, you're finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I do not know why you and Rumple fight so often. You really are very similar. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come off from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. So the reason you're tired today is because you do these practices at night? Oh, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he's not in his disguise right now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no, you decided that staying up late into the night and practicing was more important. Okay, I think it's fine. This is probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Colin... Oh, hold on. You were at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess! Karma is special, Princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. Promotes with the sparkles. But never fear, Princess. I will help you dispel your course. After all, you did suggest that we were still partners. Can he really help me with my course? But how will you do that by just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sounds of swords clash. Oh my god. My tongue. Okay. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while, I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Oh no, not another one. Okay. Lucette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But mother, they are so much fun to watch. They are dangerous, Lucette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucette. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though father said that they would keep me safe. Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful, and a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you that before? You should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Lucette. Do not trust a man with a sword, he can be dangerous. Yes, mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Chapter 4, Girlfriends. Is that a G? Julian, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It's been about 2 weeks since I saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I've come here every night since then, though I never stay along as Karma, since I actually have work to do in the morning. Alright, here I come. The two swords clash and Karma laughs as he throws Julian back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with the sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you got? Is that the best you can do, Julian? I noticed that every time Karma practices with Julian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says it is because of the curse and because he does not want Julian to fall in love with him. Isn't he being over dramatic? I doubt someone like Julian could fall in love with Karma. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me that you're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? So... Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to that? Hit the nail on the head, have I? It's not that issue is to hurt a lady, of course, but that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Julian. Even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower. Julian, you should hit him on the head for that. But Princess, he's not delicate at all. Julian laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to be getting along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me when you wound me when Julian's blade cannot. Something flashes in Julian's eyes as she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Julian pushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder, Karma, your back's open. Karma turns, Julian taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit. It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness, it was a lack of sleep catching up with me. You should sleep, bro. Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to the corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there is something I want to see first. On our way out, Julian gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I have seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There's no doubt about it. Yet is practicing with him really so special? He's fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He's an excellent person to train under. Even better than most commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross? Remember him? The first commander we trained under. The one that punished slow learning with extra exercises. You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted. I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Oh. You've always been so overprotective. Well, They both suddenly stopped to look at Karma, who's smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign we can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange quick farewells before Julian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No, it's just so strange. You move so well even in a long dress. But yes, Julian did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible! I am the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. Karma shrugs Garland's comments off, and the two ready the swords and then get right into practice. Julian has taken over Garland's patrol for now, so that Garland can get in some practice time. So Garland, have you told Julian yet? I knew it. I knew it! No. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answers Karma's question if doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why didn't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Julian, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Julian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too, beautiful, and then there's me. Aren't they both nice? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Just say something to her. Well, all you ever do is talk about her, even when Karma says your concentration is lacking because she's always on your mind. Just tell her if she doesn't like you back then that's it. She doesn't like me back. Confessions are hard, princess, very tedious. You're only saying that because you're dramatic about everything. The very nature of love is dramatic, darling. But enough idle chatter, so let's continue our training. I end up staying longer than I intended. But by the time I consider returning to the tower, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, princess? Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? I have enough time for that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette? You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated? The look on his face always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying. Did you want to ask me why he won't confess? Because you're frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months, I do know you a bit better. You do not know anything about me. And I do not know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear, you said. Surely you must realize the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. But you never ask. You never get an answer, and the stress worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Maybe I should choose the other option. I load this one. I can see why you wouldn't tell her. Because she's better than me? No, it's because if you told her and she refused, then it would be difficult afterwards. You understand, princess. Of course I understand. I am not stupid. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with her petals always curved inwards. What does that even mean? See, if it were Julian, she'd probably know, but I'm just as confused as you are. I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half the fluff Karma speaks. Okay, this was the correct option. Alright. It's because I weave love and dedication into every single one of my words. There's a beauty in deciphering them. Okay, so Karma wants you to be empathetic. The thing is, with Rod, you wanted her to be really conceited at first. But over here, you want her to be empathetic. It's because I weave love and dedication into every single one of my words. There's a beauty in in deciphering them. What is decipher? But enough idle chatter. So let us continue our training. I ended up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning up to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, Princess? Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. Oh, fast forward. Yes. Wait, what? What do you mean next choice? You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette? Okay, I'll just skip through it. You're frustrated. I suppose I do. But if you never ask, you never get an answer. The stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Okay, this is exactly. Yep. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, Princess? Blunt? You're far more blunt than I am. Princess Lucette, you truly are amusing. You are as sharp as a knight's blade. I am not amusing. That is a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable. And yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thought shifts to the king, my chest tighten. Princess Lucette? Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing it. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, Princess. No, I cannot imagine. No. Loving someone and finding out that they do not feel the same way. Always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up hope on him. Right? It is a good thing you haven't experienced rejected love, Princess. It is one of the worst feelings. Karma asks to be alone, so I return to the tavern by myself at night. Oh, this looks good. I do not know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today I am once again out in town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress? Because the lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted. Oh no, darling, I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman or a woman in love with another man is especially troubling. Is the curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store or to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him, but why do I feel like this? You know, it would be much easier for you to just help me carry bags. Oh, there. Let me buy you one of these cupcakes. Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There is some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. Anything catching your fancy, ladies? Ladies? My bad. All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating them all would do good for my diet. What do you think, princess? We'll share one. I turned back to the cupcakes, which I realized are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but two cupcakes catch my eye. One has a tiny little creature sitting on top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts. Though it is strange, the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute, but Karma might like the other cupcake. So it is between those two. Which would you like, Lucette? Okay, personally... Wait, what was the log again? I feel like Lucette and me both like the lizard. I love that one. The one with the... Oh, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It is a chameleon. Oh, that is adorable. So we'll take one of those. I was thinking he'd like it for the colors, not the chameleon. Whatever that is. Oh, that's that's the right choice. Let's go. Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we? Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and a knife before returning and handing Lucette to me. Do we really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? So before we got to your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your course. Were we? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we had gotten off that tangent, to be honest. Why don't you want to talk about it? You have your secrets just as I do, princess. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our courses. Princess, you want to help me? Only because it is necessary that I help him so he can help me. I haven't made any progress helping you though. You said you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, princess. Well, I don't think I've ever done anything for you either. But princess, you have been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it's an obligation, you are still good company. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Oh, it's cute. It's like Rapunzel. Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through the frosting and cake with ease. I've never seen such refined manners for a simple dessert. What was your life like before the curse, princess? I have no need to tell you any of that. No, it's not necessary, but I am curious. Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so. How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today and I'll give you one tomorrow. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? Well, you do keep asking me about my course. Only because we are working on breaking our courses. Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? Karma cuts the chameleon in half. I notice that he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter while I get stuck with the tail. Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is he willing to go this far just to avoid the subject? When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon. Oh my dear. What? I hid a lot to avoid his responsibilities. Oftentimes, when no one could find me, not my father nor the servants. If he had servants, then that makes him a noble? One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden and I came upon the chameleon. And it was with this silly little lizard. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. The lizard on the cupcake does not seem all that fantastic. My father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is it, princess? It seems like you're good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. I suppose I'm still a chameleon then. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make any sense to be endearing, princess. Can we just go back to the subject at hand? Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me. Oh? You didn't seem like the type that would want to share. I normally do not have any reason for sharing about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was worried that others would judge me. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know what they think about that I am the one at fault. Always. I wouldn't judge you, princess. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge something to you after all. A story for a story, that's the deal, right? I expect you to keep to it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It's not like I had to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Emmeline and Rod and assume we are one big happy family? I do have to admit that Princess Emmeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Emmeline seemed very nice, is she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continued to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I had meant to stop there, but the words kept coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmeline far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All my fondest memories are of her. Okay. I think I'll end my stream in a few minutes. I'm kind of busy for the next few weeks. So I think I'll cut my streams a little bit short. All my fondest memories are of her. She has taught me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how to not show weakness, who to speak with. Oh dear. Who to speak with? Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the one reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, princess, I am not judging you. I'm just a little sad. Sad? Why would you be sad? It looks like you lived an empty life. Hold on, let me just look at what chapter it is. Okay, once I start chapter 5, I think I'll end it there. It was not an empty life. It sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyways. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother, I will not hear you speak ill of mother. Now, I only had a question about your mother. Karma coughs and I paused to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it? This... Oh God. I hear the change immediately. Oh God. I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower. The soft gentleness is gone. Karma puts a hand on his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is settling to the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I always wondered how he's able to change his voice, but I always forgot to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma. I turned to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress at one time in the dress store. Your dress is lovely today as well, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again at his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I am feeling under the weather. I noticed that he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, and I am too amazed to offer any sort of assistance. What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's smile is forced, and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not being able to help myself. His expression softens, but quite slightly. Maybe I should tease him a little bit. He obviously wants to leave, but I cannot help myself. Miss Karma, I do wish you would say something. Why this feels so wrong. I'm just doing this because it's funny. At the very least, you should thank this girl for a compliment. No, it's quite alright. Come on, Karma, you're usually the most charming person on these streets. Thank you. He sounds like he's... Oh, that was the correct option. He sounds like he's dying now. I cannot help but start laughing again. The small annoyance on Karma's face seems to dissipate completely. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? The potion that Buffet makes for me. I must have talked too much. You talked too much? Karma lifts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear he won't speak to me until later. You can still speak now, though. It's not like anyone's gonna catch you. When we arrive at the tavern, it's already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Rosette. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to make you smile. Honestly, I like this guy now. You and Rumple really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Honestly, I think I could use this for a thumbnail. I don't know. It's so cute. I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma's practicing with Julian or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Dello and Parfait make me go to the forest at night alone now, since they know that I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight reading a book. It was always told reading in the dark was bad for the eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I noticed that she closed the book and I can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella. That's my fairy tale course. The Great War is caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you are reading one. The curses are based off these fairy tales, after all. But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale. It's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Oh, I shouldn't have laughed. That changed the tone. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you. Like me? Why would anyone like me? You become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. I've been here for at least 2 months. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Martian is family. Family? You're saying that everyone at the Martian is like family? Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion that you make for Karma? You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but I didn't think the illusion was complete without the convincing voice. I know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides his curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking the curse, don't you? Hold on, let me go down. save that. Fafe does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Lucette, not everyone likes to talk about their cause. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm just trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there's something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hands to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simple and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. Oh dear. Mother, I went to town today. Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did father take you? He told me that would be fun. And was it? No, everyone looked really angry at me and I don't know why. I told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townfolk are jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Lucette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lucette. You need only trust me because I will never hurt you. Okay, chapter 5. Let's go. I will save this and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching me. Oh no, my bad. I wanted to go to the main menu. I did save this, right? Yeah. Wait, no, let me go back. Never mind. Okay, now I'll save it. Okay, stop. Now go to the main menu. I did save my progress. I just want to go look at the gallery to see if I can. Yeah, I want to go for Karma. Oh, this one is miscellaneous? I guess it's because there's more than one person in here. I like this one. Okay. So I'll end the stream here. Thank you so much for watching my stream. Have a nice day. Bye bye.